So I wanted to give you guys a little surprise, you know, a little teaser of what's to come, because I don't really say all my videos in advance. Just know, I have a tub full of unopened merchandise in here. Plenty of stuff on the way. What's going on, guys? It's me, SpeedSuperSonic, bringing you guys another video, and in this video today, I haven't talked about the Sonic movie in a while, and I haven't done a face-to-face discussion with you guys in quite some time. I've been doing analysis and reviews and all that stuff, but I wanted to talk with you guys again, because I miss you. So, I thought it would be cool, voice crack. So I thought it'd be cool if we talked about both of those things. Just having a face-to-face discussion about the Sonic movie, because there's a very interesting topic I would like to discuss. Something very infamous with Sonic the Hedgehog is, of course, the characters. Everybody has their own favorite Sonic character, and they want to see their favorite Sonic character in either a TV show, their own comic book, merchandise of that character. You get really attached to these characters, and it's a wide variety. And one of the most famous characters is Shadow the Hedgehog. I've had a lot of experience with this character. I'm a huge fan of the character. I made a video on the character like a week ago. The day this is coming out, it's exactly a week ago. I've been doing my Shadow research, and it made me think, will Shadow be in the Sonic the Hedgehog movies ever? Doesn't make sense. What are the possibilities? Let's go ahead and dive into that discussion, because I think it's an interesting one. Of course, if you don't know, I'd be surprised if you don't. The Sonic the Hedgehog movie sequel has been greenlit. There's going to be a Sonic the Hedgehog movie 2 coming out at some point in the future, no specific date yet. We're guessing 2022 if the world decides to, you know, just ease up a bit. Just stop being mean. Just let us go outside. Let me see my friends again. It's right around the corner. I'm guessing filming will start next year, hopefully. Other movies are starting to film, so I assume that Sonic will film as well. And we're still not 100% sure on every detail of the sequel, but we do know a handful of things based off of interviews from the writers Pat Casey and Josh Miller, as well as the post-credit scene. I spit. You guys didn't probably see that, but just so you know, I spit a little when I said post-credit scene. Didn't do it again, but of course in the post-credit scene, there's Tails, which is cool. It's obvious that Tails is going to have a very large role in the sequel, and that's already one brand new Sonic the Hedgehog character, not just new main character, a new Sonic character, an animal character. Tails is going to take up a lot of screen time, and we need to think about what this plot could hold, because with the original movie, Patrick Casey and Josh Miller really wanted to tap into that brand new Sonic stuff. They wanted to get into the lore, characters, themes, stuff we know from the games, comics, other media. Being Chaos Emeralds, they wanted to get into Supersonic, other planets, like different worlds like Sonic has, more stuff like Green Hill that we saw in the first movie. They wanted to do more Sonic-y things, but obviously the Sonic movie is a big risk. It would have been a lot of money, and maybe it would have scared off general audiences. It was a safe move making the movie that they made. So with this next movie, there's a whole lot more room to breathe with this movie being a success. If you're going to introduce all the Sonic stuff, you need to find a place to put Shadow in there somehow, and that's where the question marks come up. Will there be enough room for Shadow the Hedgehog to be in a sequel? As of right now, I think there will be. In the direct Sonic the Hedgehog movie 2, I don't think so, but hold on, we will get to that soon. The Sonic movie sequel will have a bunch of stuff that they have to set up and get into. One, Tails, building the relationship between Sonic and Tails, most likely the return of Eggman. Yes, the return of Eggman. There's no way they're not going to have Eggman in there. And judging from Tails already arriving on Earth and locating Sonic, it's going to pick up almost directly after the first movie. So there won't be a lot of time of Eggman getting out of the Mushroom Planet to wherever he wants to get back to, most likely Earth. So chances are there may be another antagonist. I think Knuckles is the more likely choice than Shadow. I'm not saying there won't be Shadow, but Knuckles, one, is recognizable. I feel like he would fit in the plot more. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are that trio. They've been pushed a lot. And I think just Sonic, Tails, and Shadow would be a weird dynamic, and I feel like Shadow would be introduced more as a villain. I feel like they're going to take a lot from the classic games opposed to modern stuff. The Echidna tribe was in the first movie. They're going to probably want to build on that. It already has left the door open for Knuckles, and Knuckles is classic, while Shadow is a modern character established in 2001. You can't introduce too many characters. It'll be extremely convoluted if you have to introduce Tails, Knuckles, and maybe even Metal Sonic. People have speculated about that. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to happen or if that would fit. But introducing too many characters at the same time, I know a lot of people want it, but will not make for a properly placed movie. It's just exposition nonstop, which is not fun. Believe me, you will regret it if you just want every character in there. So I'd say limit your expectations on Shadow. There's a possibility that he can fill the role of an antagonist while Eggman is away until he returns. But as of right now, I would say hold your horses on a Shadow in a Sonic movie 2. Now, there is this other thing of a Sonic movie 3. Usually when it comes to a trilogy, if they want to just do a trilogy or if they want to do even more than a trilogy, the third movie has some kind of large stake. Third movies are always the biggest, like when it comes to Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, or Revenge of the Sith, Rise of Skywalker. You could even say that like the third Harry Potter movie, even though there were like a bunch of other ones after that, had larger stakes than the first two, took a little bit of a darker turn. Lord of the Rings, all of that stuff. It's just natural to have maybe a darker, more intense, more nail-biting movie than the first two. I feel like Shadow would perfectly fit inside of a third movie, if that's possible, depending on how they set things up in the second. There aren't a lot of Sonic characters I think would be ready for big screen treatment. I don't think that the Chaotix would be a big screen type of group. I don't think that Rouge, I don't think that even Amy would be put into the main movies. I honestly think after Knuckles, the most likely character is Shadow. You could create some really cool stuff with Shadow. You can do amazing things. Shadow looks cool. It would attract a lot of people. Even if you don't like the character of Shadow, you cannot deny that it's a cool design. It's inherently intriguing just seeing a character who looks like Sonic but isn't Sonic. It would bring a lot of people to the seats. Shadow is a very recognizable character. A lot of people would want to go see it because like, oh, it's Shadow. I like Shadow. He's cool. It makes perfect sense for a third movie to include Shadow, and if we do get a third movie, if the second movie does well, which I think it will, I'll explain a little bit, I think it is reasonable to expect a Shadow in a Sonic movie 3. It seems like Paramount and the people working on these movies love fan service and pleasing the fans. If you keep certain people attached like Tyson Hess, maybe, I mean, you know, he was just involved with the character design, but I think he also had a hand in changing the lizard concept to the Echidna tribe, which, thank you. But even though I don't like fans being too involved with some of this stuff, I feel like some of that involvement will maybe rub off on like, hey, maybe you should include some of these people or these themes in next movies. But in order to get a third movie, this is already like a step ahead, how do you get a third movie? Well, obviously the movie has to do well. So the second movie, I think, will do significantly better than the first. Why is that? Well, because of this little thing that we have going on right now, a little pandemic. Due to the pandemic, the Sonic movie didn't open in China, which is the second largest movie market in the world, and Japan, and a couple other places. It made significantly less money than I think they were anticipating because it wasn't able to open in those giant markets. Places where Sonic is relatively popular, definitely not as popular as America and Europe, but Sonic was invented in Japan and created there, and China has a very large market and they would probably want to go see it. Nothing crazy, but you know, not Transformers big, but it would have gotten some money. When this movie releases, this pandemic should be over, so it will be releasing all around the world, so it has multiple different markets that it can get money from, so it will make even more. People already know the character, they saw the first movie, they'll want to see a sequel. Sometimes the second movie, even if it doesn't do as well critically as the first, it will most likely bring in more money. I doubt they'll release this while a virus is still going on. I hope it's not still going on by then. Having more movie markets to distribute your movie to is much better. This would lay the groundwork for a third movie, which is the perfect opportunity to bring in Shadow. I've already speculated about who I'd like to play Shadow. I think Keanu Reeves would make a good voice. There's some other people that I think could do a good job with it. There's certain things you can do with the design, backstory if you want to take from the games or come up with something new. That's on the screenwriters. But for right now, I would say there is a maybe 10-15% chance Shadow will be in the Sonic movie sequel that comes out in maybe like a year or two. Not a year or two, like 2 years. But I would say that there's maybe a 60-70% chance that he's in the third movie, if there is one, which I think there will be. Hopefully, if Sonic doesn't just do something really stupid next year. Sonic does something like offensive. But that's what I think. That's how I think Shadow will be played into a Sonic the Hedgehog movie franchise that we have right now. I think it's perfectly reasonable to expect that he will be in it. It's a very attractive business move, I'd say, mainly. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get out as much quality content as possible. Just keep it consistent. I hope you all have been enjoying it. Thank you all so much for the support. Once again, we launched up a merch store earlier this week. We have a giant selection of products that you can get. We're going to be dropping new stuff every single month. I have a new drop coming on the 30th. A lot of you guys have been asking for my face on merch, so I'm going to try to deliver that in a goofy way that's not, you know, weird. It's available right now. You can purchase it on Teespring, links in the description and card. If you ever pick up some merch, let me know. At me on Twitter, comment, send picture of you with merch or something. I'll make sure to shout you out and post it all over everything. So with that shout out, you should follow our social media. We have Twitter and Instagram in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching this video once again. I love all of you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Call me Cupid cause my birthday be up on V-Day. I don't like talking much cause I don't like saying light, like I got a knife to my throat, or the wind blowing a tightrope, or someone repeating what I'm saying like, I know. If I was never wrong, I would've been right. Wrong, bitch, if I was right, I wouldn't be here with this long face. Plenty of red flags, I'd have skipped and thrown away.